Alright, let's get one thing clear. Okay? Right. So yeah, I think first question would be, is she you? She is not. Huh. I never thought she would be. She's definitely not. She is a counterpart of mine, yes, but she's on Cybertron. And she does exist in this same universe, this same timeline, okay? So let's list things off. I'll just let you all and the audience know. So anyway, yeah. Her name is Chris Chan, and she meditated on that to come up with that name for herself, as opposed to being born on Cybertron. And she learned of me being the avatar of all existence and everything. So that's where she got that. She meditates, she's psychic, she's able, she has a connection with Primus himself. Alright? So with that being said, all the many Christians and Christ-chans throughout the multiverse, and this timeline right here that we are in, this universe, it's just Prime. Hey, what's up everybody on YouTube? Jesus Christ Chan Sonichu Prime here once again, and today we are going to be reviewing from the Transformers Legacy Diverge Wave 2 line, my Cybertronian self-counterpart, Autobot Christian Prime! And there we are, and there she is, as opposed to me recording this. Hi! Little humor there. And first and foremost, as always, I'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we got Christian Prime in her vehicle mode, sporting her side wings and everything. She's Transformers Legacy Diverge. She uses the Voyager class of Voyager, class A, class of Hero, class of Voyager. Let's get this out of the way really quick. Get this camera focused. Yes, thank you very much. Autobot Christian Prime. There is a hyphen in her name, okay? And she's not Jesus. That's her full name, Christian Prime. And she's not Sonichu either. She's just an Autobot. So there you go. We got that detail. Transformers! On this side of the bot, you have the awesome artwork of her being all holding her sword up in glory and majesty. And part of the art going there because you got her favorite weapon from her original Transcenter form as a microscope. That's her cannon. And she got the cannon. And she has heterochromia as well. And yep, her name in full Cybertronian, the hyphen in there as well. And that's just Prime. Yes. And on this side of the box, we got the top half of the horizontal poster artwork. Transformers Legacy Merge. Words, things, and barcodes. And on the back of the box, you got your obligatory broad shot. She does this, that, and the other. And here is the bio. Let's see. But anyway, that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have Christian Prime in her vehicle mode. And she's quite packed in vehicle mode, being a lovely little blue and pink sports coupe car. Looking all pretty and dandy all around. Let's get closer here. Look at the details. Got some nice Diva pink and battery charged blue, orange lights, Autobot symbol front and center, and the engine painted pink as well. That was her thing. That was her choice when she went from microscope to sports car. Anyway, so there's the side of the car, and her pipes are blue as well. She decided to do that. That was her choice. And the back of the car, got that going on. And there is the top, and get ready for this. You're gonna love this part coming up here. There is the bottom, as she has visible matrix syndrome. Yes, she comes with a lovely little matrix of leadership. This legend right there. Look at how fine and dandy. We'll take a close look at that as well. That's a very important accessory to her. Should she end up getting this from her self-counterpart in an alternate universe in this very same timeline where something befell Rodimus Prime and it was bequeathed to her. And then that timeline, I'm staying corrected. So that was an alternate timeline. Take two. So the short story of this is Christian Prime ended up getting this from her self counterpart in an alternate timeline that just oh wait, I was right the first time. It was alternate universe. This timeline. Get my story straight. Take 3. Alright, so the short story of this is she was connected with all of her self counterparts in meditation. When it came to an integral moment in this universe, in this timeline right here and now, she connected with her self counterpart where she had received her matrix of leadership from Rodimus Prime as he was as he had fallen in battle against Galvatron Decepticons at one point. And then guess what happened to that alternate universe? It ended up not lasting too long, but the Matrix transitioned all the way from there to this universe in this prime timeline that we exist in right here and now. So, all about Christian Prime here. She does officially possess a Matrix of leadership. It coexists with the very Matrix of leadership in this timeline as well that Optimus Prime has, and that Hot Rod bequeathed as well. So there's the short story of that. Anyway, she does roll, as all rolling things should. Hooray for sliding, rolling things. Alright, but before we get on to the comparisons, let's run through the accessories that Christian Prime has. And she's got quite a few of them. So she has her microscope cannon, because like I mentioned earlier, she was indeed with a microscope / tank out mode, and then she upgraded herself, changed her transector, became a headmaster, because she was originally, just a microscope when she came out of Primates and everything. So lots of nice detail and paintwork, and even little sticker detail, and these little blue end that can extend in and out. She comes with her dual blasters. These are typically stored on the sides in her vehicle mode. So she has like a flight mode, and she does end up having a flight mode as well. So you got some nice lovely more detail going on there, blue and silver for the barrel. And same on both sides, looking pretty dang nice and good. She comes with her sword, her lovely transclear blue sword. I believe this is the Star Saber, or otherwise a really nice replica of one. But anyway, so she has the sword here, rocking that, really nice and good. And of course she has her headmaster, which is well, this is her as a because she had transitioned from one transcender to another. So this is all about Christian, really, also on everything. So get closer so you can look at the details. The camera will freaking focus again. Okay, yeah. So anyway, I got some nice more detail on the face and on the body, blues and whites, and the upside down face, and the upside down face in the back. Articulation wise, what we got? So the hair's on the ball joint, so you get your wiggly waggly. Can rotate, do a full 360. Arms can rotate. You can almost get a full 360 in a way, but yeah, I gotta work around with that head on the back. And the legs can move forward that far, back that far, and you have that knee joint right there, which that's typical at the Headmaster or Prime Master. And for comparison, so here's her Headmaster with the Sonichu, looking good right there, and I'll show you the backs as well. See that? And here she is with the G1 Headbuster. We'll get down to how that incorporates into car mode in a moment, but we got one more important accessory. So she has connections. She is really good friend. She's really good friends with Autobot Rung, which is essentially, he is quite the incarnation of Primus and connected with Primus. So we have this little weapon master that's essentially Rung, and she can wield this, but deals with a little laser blast and whatnot. Got some molded detail over blues, a little bit of blue, silver, pinks, and underside as well. So you got that going on. Alright, so we can put the headmaster into the vehicle. Just open it up, and we can pop the arms forward, and the legs go straight forward, and it'll just slip right on in. It'll just slip right on in. It takes a little bit of finagling sometimes. Come on, come on. Yeah, we did it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, feet first. There you go. And then there you go. Headmaster Christian's driving herself. And then yeah, put the two guns will go on the side here. These 5mm ports. So you got that going on, looking all good. That's her. Those are her wings, and yeah, she goes whoosh, whoosh in flight, whoosh. And you can take the microscope cannon, pop that on top. And yes, alternatively, you could put either blaster or the little weaponizer on top, but we'll do this. And she has that going on. And that's a fun thing you can do. I like doing that. So I want to do that. If you want to do that, that is good too. As for the sword, well, we couldn't really think of a placement opportunity for this, so sorry. Couldn't really do no placement for the sword. No. And now for comparison, we're doing a couple of group shops first. So here's Christian Prime with Sonichu, Bumalumba, Excellence, Silver, and Prowler. And here's Christian Prime with the Combiner team, Armorats, Chapper, Farshot, Rollout, and Wave. And now for a few leader role comparisons, we'll start off with essentially a bold bait, Titan's Return Hot Rod. Looking sharp. And I'll raise you Studio Series Hot Rod. Going on right there. And of course, the Optimist. His name is Optimus. And here she is with her best friend, Mr. Rung, in his weaponized alt mode. So, and of course, just because it's here, Punch Laugh the first. There you go! I just whapped that jerk up right in the fender. And just a few other quick comparisons as well. So here is her packaged in Lil Rung with OG Silver. With Mr. Jet. Billy and the Jets. Dun, 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 dun. And yeah, with Big Rung. So now, there you go. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. Yeah, that's a pretty good spin. But just get out of the way really quick. We'll start off with her little package and weaponizer partner. The transformation is very simple. You separate the legs down at the bottom, and you pull the arms down from up here. There's like a little tab slot connection that holds them up there. And then you rotate this all the way down. And here you go. You got a little pink Rung going all about, looking good right there. Here's your close-up. So aside from the head, not much to talk about. The details are bolted right in there and looking fine and dandy. And just get this out of the way. Articulation wise, nothing at the head. Arms can do a full 360 and it can move in and out. They're on a ball joint. Yeah, a little bit of rotation. Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. You have waist rotation as well. Legs can move forward that far. Back about that far. Put the backpack in the way. Outward. not that far. You got a little bit of rotation at the ball joint, and that's for this little guy. So now let's transform the big Prime bot herself, and that's just Prime. All right, so we'll take the her headmaster at the driver's seat, and put that to the side for the moment, and we'll close this back up. And we can leave these on here, but you're gonna want to rotate these 180 so they're facing out and up like that. This is also okay if you want to utilize these as weapon one vehicle mode as well. So anyway, you want to go ahead and take this part, rotate this upwards. You can go ahead and rotate, leave it like that for now. Now we're going to work on the legs, so it's just a case of simply, actually, yeah, you want to pop the arms out first to make legs easier. So just pop out like that, and they stay secure in place. The tab and the slot right there. Now we can take care of the legs. So you would just unfold them down like that. You flip out the toes and heels, and then you flip these in. Then we separate the legs. Rotate this 180. We can go ahead and flip the hands out and unclick the elbows to stay secure like that, and then pop the hood down, and then pop the back of the car up. And then what's missing? There's something missing. Yeah, here she is in her headmaster glory. So we'll just take this and pop this up like that. You roll a one-step transformation. Oh, and for the quick comparison right here. So here it is with the G1 headmaster. And obviously we're just gonna pop this right here on top. And there you go. They're done. This is about Cwclight Prime in her robot mode. And she looks quite sassy and cool in pink and blue in her robot mode. It's looking all fine and dandy. But let's get close here so we can look at the details. Not at that chest and belly, but up here. Whoop, there's noggin. Eyes up here. Let me focus. So you got lots of nice molded detail going in, lots of coloration. Blue and green for the eyes, and 2 shades of blue and pink for the head. Looking all good. There's some more detail on her chest and on the her tall shoulders. Going up down right there, looking good. And then the turnaround, and this is you may see the wheels, and then bring it down. Yep, so that's the robot mode right there. Now, articulation wise, what have we got? I'm gonna tell you. So her hair's on a ball joint, so you got your lots of wiggly waggly, especially when it's come with the headmaster type. So she can look up a little bit, and she can look down, be like, what is that? Head can rotate a full 360. Arms can do a full 360, then they can move in and out. You have 2 joints right there. So you got the shoulder joint right there, and you got this joint right here. You got a ball and socket joint right there. So you got a little bit of rotation here. You can even rotate these guns if you want to. And you have rotation at the elbow and arms. The elbows, they can bend about 90 degrees. There's no wrist rotation. You only have moving you have right there is the hands move in and out, and that makes it easier for weapon holding because you got this in a way. But anyway, so she has waist rotation, legs can move forward that far and back about that far. Bump herself on the head. Outward, not that far. She has a rotation at the ball joint there, and she has thigh rotation as well. And she has some slightly over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. And the toe joints can move up a little bit. They can't move down that much. So that's your foot right there. So let's run through how she uses her accessories right here. So I put the little pink rung part there back in alt mode for this as well. So As for these guns, you can have these on her shoulders. And of course, you may have her wielding them as well, so you can have this bit of pew pew banging going on. But they're definitely better off on her shoulders, as typically meant to be. But then, yeah, she can wield her mighty star saber, her mighty blade of glory, and she can wield her microscope and cannon. And with that, she can definitely do some pew pew hack hack, pew pew hack hack. And yep, she can also wield her little weaponizing partner and put some electricity in her foes. Another detail I forgot to mention. So you do have a 5mm port on the back, so you can do a little bit of weapon storage right there. Now you cannot store the sword back here. There's no connecting points for it, but you can definitely store the microscope cannon back here, and it looks pretty good and quite reminiscent of her preceding transceptor. You could even store the little rung back here if you wanted to, or yeah, really good time. You can store both of them back there, and that's not too bad. So yeah. But wait, there's more, because we do have some Bluetooth compatibility on these weapons, at least between the this gun. Here you don't have Bluetooth compatibility in the microscope and cannon, but we can keep that on there for a bit of fun. In this, may as well do this. So we'll put the arm up here, pop a couple of small Bluetooths onto the little rung here. The ends. There we go. And there we go. But yeah, right here we got a big old Christian Priman. Even too much boosters for a little rung guy. And if you want to, and if you have it, she could be holding her big old rung partner as such. And fun little detail, you can even put her microscoping cannon on top, so there's a bit of scoping focus right there. Holding her partner with a microscope on there for like a sight, and it looks pretty damn cool. And of course, Christian Prime can also hold the matrix between her hands and light your darkest hours. And of course, storing the matrix is the simple little thing as well. It stores, well, where else? In the chest. So you can flip this up fully if you remove the headmaster, but this is easy to just go under here, and the little grooves in the top will face upward towards the head. You just pop that around in there, stays in there well and good. It won't come out so easily. And now for comparison, here's Christian Prime with the other Autobots, Sonichu, Prowler, Bubba, Edselina, and Silver. And here is Christian Prime with the Autobot Combiner team of Quickville, Wave, Rollout, Chapper, Armorats, and Farshot. Here she is with the Studio Series and Titans Return Hot Rods. And here she is with Prime and Rung. Every place left. I'm photobombing this thing. Photobomb that, jerk up. Also, here's little Rugop with the OG Silver and Jet. So, there you go. So yeah, this is that's all about Christian Prime, and yeah, very solid figure, good accessories, good little partner, quite the playability options. Of course, be the Autobot that designed Sonichu at first, and some of the Autobots, and self-work and meditating. Yeah, so she's a really good individual. Really earned the Matrix from the alternate universe. It ended up being brought into this one, but anyway. So yeah, hardly. Just if any complaints I had to be like in the maybe in the ball and socket on the shoulder sometimes. Just they can be a little bit loose. That's something a little dab of glue and air drying before putting the arm back on couldn't fit, but still bit of a nuisance. But other than that, quite solid, fun, playable figure and everything. So I end up getting this from BigBadToyStore. I'll put a link to their website description down below, and these this wave of Transformers Legacy United merge figures are appearing on their toy stores online, including Entertainment Earth, as well as your Walmarts and your Targets and your GameStops and everywhere and so on. And if you've missed any of the reviews, the link to the playlist that has all of them in the description down below. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check me out on Blue Sky, the socials, and Cwclight, as well as my Etsy store and everything. And that's pretty much it. So that is Transformers Legacy Die Birds, Autobot Christian Prime, and this is Jesus Christ Chan Sonichu Prime. Remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. We grow old because you stop playing, and that's just Prime. So dig it, be proud, bomb in your face. Okay, well, working through all those Decepticons was a real workout. Fortunately, I had years of experience and exercise and training beforehand. So anyway, Metatron, how you doing up there, girl? Yes, we've been having a tough time against these flies flying around and the ones in the ground that we gotta stomp on. Well, I wouldn't expect anything less from Makoto and her three stooges. Here, I'll come give you guys a hand to take all the rest of them out. There's still at least over 100 of them. Yeah. Whoosh! Ah!
Take it, you young whippersnapper! Run!
Ah! Hmm? Ah! 1 hour later, back at the Autobot base. Thanks for giving us a hand out there on the battlefield there, Chris. Of course. Anything to help. I'm always working and supporting all of you, all the years I've had in the meditations and finding myself and then some and everything. Whew, it's a lot. Aside from that, I'm always happy to help, which my experience in this timeline, in this universe, in this world, as well as all throughout the multiverse, it really does make it even more so apparent that I am a leader, and I'm happy to work with Optimus and everybody else, and even to have my own Matrix. And just any day of the week that is a good day, including where we do good and actually save the humans and actually thwart the forces of evil, that's just Prime.